there's some very strange noises. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, we've got an arrival in the studio, everyone. Who could this be? Hey! It's Doctor Who! Also known as Christopher Eccleston.
Hi,
it's great to see you. Welcome to Blue Peter, and of course, welcome to the year 2005.
Thanks. Glad I made it.
Now, Chris, before we have a little chat, here's how the Doctor has been introducing himself to viewers. Great stuff there, Chris. Brilliant. So tell us, who exactly is Doctor Who, and why is he travelling through time and space?
Doctor Who is an alien with 2 hearts, and he's 900 years of age, from the planet Gallifrey. Ooh. And he's travelling through time to promote peace and to have adventures.
Great.
Brilliant. Now, we saw you arrive in the TARDIS. Now, I know it's very different on the inside to how it looks on the outside. Can you tell us exactly what is a TARDIS?
A TARDIS is a machine for travelling backwards and forwards in time. It's a time-travelling capsule. And this particular one's disguised as a police box from the 1960s. And you'll find out why in the series.
So this is the one from the actual series, isn't it?
This is the one we've been filming with for 8 months.
Yeah,
and it's very big inside, isn't it?
It's bigger on the inside, much bigger.
You'll find that all out in the series. Now, you mentioned that Doctor Who was an alien. Doctor Who has a human companion called Rose, who is played by Billie Piper. And Billie was supposed to be here today, wasn't she, Chris? But she's not very well, so we do wish Billie all the very best. But I did catch up with Billie during filming on set of the new series.
Action.
Billie,
hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How
it's
you
lovely
doing?
to see you. I'm good. I tell you what, it's very chaotic round here, isn't it? There's scenes going here, there's scenes there.
I know, and we're just dashing around from one scene to the next.
I haven't got a clue where I am. I don't know about you with your lines and things. Great taste there. Brilliant stuff. And you can see my full behind-the-scenes report later on this summer. Now, Doctor Who first started in 1963, and although it's been off the TV for quite a while, it's famous for its very scary aliens that Doctor Who meets and all of these people that he encounters. He first met the Autons way back in 1970, is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, and the Autons actually make an appearance in the new series, yeah?
The Autons, which are basically plastic dummies that we pass in the street every day, if you pass, your local store, get animated, and they attack myself and Billie in the first episode. They're what I'm fighting in the first episode.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about the special effects, because it was also quite famous for the special effects, or shall we say the effects?
Yeah, the old programme, perhaps slightly unfairly at times, has got a reputation for having wobbly sets and low production values. But we thought it was very important with things like Buffy the Vampire Slayer that people watch to bring the special effects up to date and spend some money on it. And we've done that, so the special effects are as good as anything you'll see, we hope. We've certainly tried.
Yeah, the trailer looks amazing. Now, you're the 9th actor to play Doctor Who on the television. A lot of pressure comes with that, obviously, a bit like James Bond or even Blue Peter presenters. Everybody has their favourite. How did you feel about taking on a role like that?
I was very excited, because I've been acting for about 18 years and I felt ready to do something with that kind of responsibility. And because the stories, which are written by Russell T Davies, the scripts, are so strong, I felt that I had a good chance of pulling it off, because you're only really as good as the stories that are written for you.
Sure. So the scripts were good. Now, I used to be terrified of some of the monsters, literally hiding behind the sofa. Tell us about some of the monsters that you're going to encounter.
Well, we've got one here.
Really?
Right
behind.
In case you haven't noticed, the face of Bo, who appears in episode 2.
That looks terrifying. What does that do?
The face of Bo all will be revealed. Actually, it's not a villain, the face, but it does recur throughout the series. We meet it within a convention of aliens, a collection of aliens who are there to witness the end of the world.
It's great to have it here in the studio. Now, also here in the studio, we have your jacket.
Where'd you get that from?
Well, it was just behind there, actually. Don't mind if I put it on, do you?
Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Billie behind.
No, she's not. She's definitely at home in bed. She's not well at all. There we are. There. What do you think? It's a little bit. It's a little bit too big for me.
It fits you.
It does. It feels great. Now, all of the Doctor Who's in the past have had sort of a costume side to them, what with the long scarves and the capes and what have you. So why the leather jacket on this one?
Well, it was scripted put into the stories by Russell that he should have a battered leather jacket, which we thought would be good because he's a traveller in time. And it's quite practical as well because it's tough and it's a very physical role.
Yeah.
And And that seems to be the thing that's kind of people have latched onto with my Doctor.
Yeah, no, it's lovely. Now then, in episode 1 of the new series, the Autumn alien intelligence turns plastic into a deadly killing force. And here's the moment where a wheelie bin turns very nasty indeed.
I love that burp.
Nice little burp at the end. Really not a very nice way to go, but there we are. Now, as we said before, it's been famous.
Are you going to take that jacket off?
I hope you're
going to keep
that. No, I'll put it behind the sofa where I think lots of people.
You can keep it.
I do think lots of people will be hiding behind their sofas at home. So, will it be as scary as the previous Doctor Who's?
I think so. Episode 3, for instance, which has Gelth. The character villains called the Gelth who hide inside the gas pipes were very frightening.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Now in episode 4 we can't let too much away, but I'm actually going to be in that.
Here we go.
I am. I do make a brief
Are you scary?
appearance. Well, I would say I'm not that scary. I'm not supposed to be scary, but I would make sure that there's lots of room behind the sofa for that moment.
Now, Doctor Who and Blue Peter, of course, have quite an affinity, don't they? There's a lot in common.
I think Peter Purvis, who was a presenter when I was young, was in Doctor Who, and also Russell T Davies, who wrote the stories, the scripts for the series, once wrote to Blue Peter and suggest that you organised the competition to create an alien for the new series back, I don't know, 25 years ago. And somewhere in the archives, you've got Russell's.
Yeah. And of course, it used to be filmed right here in this very studio.
In this studio?
Yes.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, that is exciting.
You hear all these hilarious stories of people wandering around in the most ridiculous costumes, but there's a few over there, but they're not on Doctor Who.
And of course, you've been filming it since last July. What's the hardest thing about filming Doctor Who?
The hardest thing about filming Doctor Who is the fact that you don't have any life. We do 12 and 14-hour days filming on set, and then because I was playing a lead role, I'd have to go home at night and learn all my lines, so you couldn't really do anything else. It was a great honour and a great privilege, but it does completely take over your life.
Yeah, sure. Now, my favourite monsters are the classic Daleks, who will be reappearing later in the series. But in the meantime, if you'd like to actually make your very own Dalek, which actually makes Earth rather than destroys it, then do keep watching.
Absolutely. Thanks very much, Chris. It's been great talking to you.
Thank
Look
you.
forward to it.
Yeah, great. Super to me.
And you know that we love looking at all the things you make, because they really are amazing. And this week, Chris, in your honour, it's a Blue Peter theme. It's a Doctor Who theme. Now, this is David from Preston, and he's a huge fan of Doctor Who, and he sent in some models that he made. He wrote to tell us how he put on a Doctor Who model exhibition at his school open evening, and here they are. This, of course, is the Daleks. They look really realistic. This is all made out of cardboard. It's good, isn't it?
Incredible, yeah.
And in your honour, here we are. This is you and Billy. He's made these models of you.
He's put the ears in as well, hasn't he?
It's a great likeness. And can I tell you, this is actually his hair here that he's cut off and used for Billy.
I'm not sure whether Billy would be completely pleased with that one, but I'm very grateful for that one. It's fantastic.
They're great,
He needs a
aren't
job
they?
on the design team.
I know.
I'll tell you what, take it away with you and show it. She'll love it. Yeah, she really will. Now, it's obviously the Daleks that have captured most of your imaginations and has scared you the most. Just have a look at this. Now, believe it or not, Chris, this is a compost bin. It's not a real Dalek. It's not. And it's actually
I'm sitting away from it.
Yeah. And it's been made by two brothers, Rhys and Jim from Chester. It's absolutely unbelievable. They wrote us a fabulous letter here saying that they've made it with all sorts of bits, mostly from their dad's garage, which is absolutely brilliant. And if you like it as much as we do, then we're actually going to be making this. So keep your eyes peeled, because we think it's absolutely fabulous. Well done, lads.
Brilliant. Now we're going to travel into the future and find out what's on Blue Peter this week.
Honestly, I tell you what, it was that cold that Sirius Arctic has not got a patch on that.
No, it was
freezing. But make sure you watch it.
Yeah, well, that is nearly it for today. But before we go, tell us, Chris, what can we look forward to in episode 1?
Episode 1, we get the Autons and the introduction of Billy Piper as Rose.
Great. And it starts when?
It starts on Saturday at 7 p.m.
Brilliant. We will all be tuned in.
On BBC One, of course. Now, you can chat to me live on the website at 6:30 this evening. Just log on to bbc.co.uk/CBBC. Think of a question and ask me it, and I'll be there. We'll see you soon.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.